Welcome everybody to this show. We only have one match for you. Of course, this is kind of the postseason schedule here, post regulation, I should say more so. The scheduling will be a little bit weird, but we do have a pretty exciting matchup coming up right now. Of course, William Burns, SCJ, his alias, is joined with me today. It is going to be an exciting match between Team One versus Bad News Bears using Ye, of course, their latest pickup, who has been a powerful pickup for them.
Powerful is putting it in like the lowest of terms. He's been unstoppable, an absolute superstar, and then. But right now we're I believe we got the first pistol round kicking off right now. It's going to be Team One on the CT side, Bad News Bears on the T side, and it's going to be a fast one. They're holding down the W keys, and Mitch is just going to rush into the site, but he's going to get taken down almost immediately. Barton's going to pop his head. Yaster trading him out. 4v4, site has been taken. Bombs in the hands of Shinobi. Smashing those numbers down, but it's going to be him that's going to get smashed down himself. Maluk is going to take him out, and Rizu's doing all the work. Peter and Yaster are going to put the last few nails in that coffin, and they're going to pick up the pistol round for the BNB side.
Just two. This is a map I personally never want to play Brazilians on.
I don't want to play this map, period. So I know exactly how you feel. Right now, Team One, of course, losing the last round. They have two scouts in hand. One of them just got lost. Maluk got taken out early by Rizu. Taking out a second one on top of that. Bit taken out on top of that. Two deagles are all that remains for the Brazilian side, and they're just being picked apart piece by the Bad News Bears. TRK and IDK. Oh, they're so close to someone. That's going to be Ye. Found out, taken out, an AK in the hands of IDK, and he knows exactly where these players are. He takes down Mitch as well, and now it's a 2v2. Win, lose, or draw, Team One have definitely started making this expensive for the Bad News Bears side. But the bomb's going to go down regardless.
Not only that, but Bad News Bears has double-scoped weapons on this post-plant scenario, and both of these players for Team One are so wounded that it could just be an easy tag up for Peter, and that's the first one gone down. Now TRK with the MAC-10, not the best of weapons for this scenario, and he's all the way on cap, but I mean, you can't really do much if you don't have a head, but I think we might cut to a quick technical break here for a second. We're trying to fix, for some reason, there's black bars on the stream. We will be back in momentarily, guys. Just give us a few seconds while we get this resolved. Sorry about that, folks, but we are back. And it seems like Bad News Bears have run away with that early lead that they had. So it's down to 3-1 now. And it's a man advantage for TeamOne Esports into this round with Barton picking up the AWP kill on towards Mitch. And Yester's been tagged down as well. Now, this is a bit of a ragtag purchase here for Bad News Bears. So this round's already looking pretty promising for TeamOne. Mm-hmm. That's one way to start that. I mean, 40 seconds, one man left against 4 people who have scoped weapons. I really don't think he gets this one done. And plus, on top of that, there is a flank coming in from TRK. But if he starts right here, never mind. It's over. TeamOne secure the round. 4 players alive, exactly what they need. Plus, they get to keep these double op setups. And now their economy is looking almost stable, Will. Almost. So close. Now, Bad News Bears, they're broke here. They have a single deagle. They have 4 Glocks, double smokes, a single flashbang to try to make this work. It seems like they're going heavily towards middle right now, which I assume will be an attempt to get up on towards the A site through Cat and plant the bomb for that extra cash. And it seems to be so. 5 players in this direction. Maluk will be likely the first contact here unless IDK goes wider, which he seems to be. You know, it always looks like it's going to do a lot, isn't it? Yeah. Really? Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, we were talking about 100 Thieves earlier in Counter Strike, and we were like, oh yeah, we totally forgot that was a whole thing for like a week. Definitely, definitely. Now, this round is very interesting for Bad News Bears. They have 3 SGs. Those weapons are extremely powerful at opening up sites, and they seem to be setting up for a B split right now. 3 towards upper with the bomb, 2 towards middle. Barton has an AWP, and as soon as that smoke fades, this is going to get weird. Yeah. The bed News Bears. Oh, okay. That's a hard clear, but Peter says, nope, this is my site. Don't even try it, brother. And it's down to Maluk, a 1 versus 2. Of course, this is very little time left, so it is going to be a save here for Maluk. But luckily for TeamOne, they have a lot of money in the bank, so they're not too pressed by this loss. But should they lose the next one, then the nerves begin. Wow. That just got so expensive for Bad News Bears. Yeah, we're going to have to go to a 5-second technical break again. I don't know what the heck's going on. Who put this black omen over us? But be right back. 5 seconds. We will fix this. All right, we're back. Boom. Easy peasy. Barton's taking down Yaser after he finds a kill onto Maluk. So it is still a man advantage for Team 1 into this round. Hopefully all the problems have been resolved. And Mitch says good night to both of the A players. He's opened it up now, but Bit is a few seconds too late on the flank to try to even it up. Barton now in the spawn. Mitch is holding from above the site. So this is going to be an incredibly difficult retake for Team 1. But if Bit can rotate over towards Cat and maybe find an opening frag, that could be the key.
Barton spotted out, taken out. Shinobi's able to drop him with the quickness. The bomb has made its way onto the A site. Now Bit's going to be the last one alive in a 1v3 scenario. Bomb has been stopped from going on site for just a moment. Shinobi taken down, but Bit's position is definitely known. Another fire going down. Mitch is going to plant that bomb into his position. I don't know what kind of message it's trying to send, but they're definitely trying to send a message when they bomb the A site. 40 seconds left on the clock, and Bit, he's actually going to go for it.
I mean, he's in a 1 versus 2. Mitch is wounded down to 54 HP. This is his best
He's also got the
likely.
He's also got the money for it, so it's totally reasonable.
Arguably. Now, of course, Reggie will be the first one in contact, but he's not even looking towards CT spot. A bit of a mistake from him, leaving the wounded Mitch all the clutches. Ow, but Mitch off the contact, recognizing that Bit was a little confused as to his position, and he'll take that to his advantage, and he'll close the round out for the Bad News Bears. A 5-3 lead now. Team 1 have to make an economic decision here. Will it be a save? Will it be a buy? And it seems like an AUG has been dropped over.
Oh, no. They tried to call attack, but it didn't come in time.
Uh-oh.
They're just going to roll with it.
Yeah, it's a little bit unusual setup coming out here early from Team 1 as well. 4 players towards long A, looking to establish it as early as possible. Now the AWP is in the hands of Maluk, and he's towards Game Helper and Carr.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really, really scrappy round from Team 1. Not just because of the economy and the weaponry that they have purchased, but also because they expected that extra minute in order to talk things through with that tack pause. And it's simply not happening for them. So they're probably discussing amongst one another in-game, but who knows?
Now, IDK has the long doors. As long as he maintains this position, they pretty much know that long A is clear. They never have to worry about it at any point in time, so they can focus all their efforts onto short A. The other bad news that I have is that, well, Team 1's efforts are in the wrong direction. Bad News Bears are about to enter the B site.
Ooh, but you have nothing to worry about when Bit's got the site on hold. He's going to take down 2, but it's going to be Shinobi taking the things in his favor. And now the push has to come through. Barton's going to drop, Maluk is going to trade him out. Mitch is going to be one and done in that position. Now it's a 2v3. Make that a 2v2. TRK picking up that scout. He needs to make that thing sing, baby, sing. Oh, he's spacing up. Okay. Make that thing go boom. How about that?
Now, he has some utility as well. If IDK can start to creep right here, he could get flashbanged by TRK. That would buy him some space, and I think he's going to go ahead and wait for that, but it's not coming. He's trying to flash, but Peter's pressuring him way too hard, and Peter and Shinobi are locking it down, applying just enough pressure to not allow that utility to come into play, and it is Bad News Bears with a 6-3 lead now and breaking Team 1's economy, so likely a 7th to follow.
Without question, Team 1... They're going to buy a smoke, and that's... No, smoke at a 5-7. That's really it, though. And I guess they're just going to have to stack onto the A side, play for retakes. Because as it stands, they cannot play individually. They cannot play risky whatsoever. They just have to play on the cat position, I guess.
Oh, and Mitch hasn't even spotted them coming up either. This actually, they could have the timing here.
Potentially. Great placement by Barton, but unfortunately his shots were not so good. IDK the last one alive. The most he can hope for is try to kill Mitch, but unfortunately those shots do not land whatsoever. He survives with a 3K to his name. All 5 survive for the Bad News Bears side. Now the weapons are coming back out for Team 1. All AUGs all across the board. Maluk on that AWP, that AWP, that big green cannon. Whatever way you want to call it.
How about an AWP?
Let's go with that.
But no, this is a really good purchase here from Team 1. The only thing that I'm noticing clearly is that the fact that they don't have a kit. And this map relies so heavily on retakes that it might come back to haunt them at some point. But right now, they're contesting both long A and short. So they really do not want this to end into a retake scenario.
Yeah, if it goes into a retake scenario, they're better off saving. It doesn't matter if it's a 4v5 or a 1v5. Like, it's going to be so close to impossible. But TRK is making things a little bit easier for them. Taking out Rizu, who's been a little bit of a troublemaker this map. He's contesting that short position. He's able to find a second one. That's Ye down as well. The star has not lined up in the sky for him. We're just going to go with that.
Wow, and Peter barely escapes with his life as well. The flashbang came in just a second too late. Now it seems like Team 1 have this round completely in control. Mitch is wounded as well. Peter is slightly damaged. And I don't think they have any choice but to attempt this desperate try at taking the A site.
35 seconds left to go in a 3v5. TRK and IDK are going to be the ones to hold this thing off. The op rings through, and so does TRK. A great stop to that round for Bad News Bears. Team 1 finally back on the board, 4-7 now.
Now, do I have to stress the importance of this round, Will?
I don't think you do, but you should anyway.
The money, it depends on this round. Bad News Bears, if they fall right here, that will allow Team 1 to make the comeback, even things up early here. If they drop this one, they will have to eke one more round, which might give Bad News Bears the ability to finish with double digits into this half. A pretty dangerous finish for the Bad News Bears, I must say. But right now, Bad News, they're set up really nicely for this B split. The bomb is forward, the players are forward and middle, and it doesn't seem like Team 1 is really ready for this one just yet.
Not at all. Now it's going to be Bit, and I believe it's going to be Barton as well, holding off that B side, but the push is not going to come that way. Bomb has been dropped on the scaffolding. And now Barton, he is the lone man on the B side, trying to stop everything. He finds out Mitch. He needs to find Peter as well. But Peter, he's playing cat and mouse.
Yeah, and TRK also has no idea where to go right now. He's holding down the middle. He's trying to spot what he can. And now with that player spotting him, they're starting to realize Peter lurks into the B site, kills Barton. That's a B site open for business. But TRK needs to try to force his duel onto Ye, who's playing very cautiously as to not give away his life.
He's got that kit in hand. He could play for the retake. But again, this retake has to be pitch perfect all the way through. And time is of the essence. The flash comes through right here, right now. He knows exactly where he's playing from. Peter's holding that angle like the absolute champion that he is, and takes TRK's block clean off his head. Now, Bad News Bears, they have won the half, but how far can they extend that lead?
Wow, Team 1 forces this. I don't know how to feel about this one. I feel like they're going to have a mediocre purchase here, and they'll have to save one more and have another mediocre purchase after this one. When they could have probably just saved and bought 2 times in a row afterwards.
It's definitely ballsy. If it works out in their favor, then cool.
Yeah, if it works out, it pays dividends, right?
Yeah. Might I quote one of the best characters in the movie Dodgeball? That's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
It won't seem like they have at least a plan with this broken purchase, and it seems like mid-control, or at least the CT mid-control, is here. They don't want to give this away. They've been losing the B splits, and they don't want to do that anymore. Gaster applying a lot of pressure in mid, drawing as much attention and eyes towards these mid doors, but the real hit at least, is coming in towards the A site. It's going to be 4 players coming in from Cat, the lurk coming out from Rezu, and he's going to come in very late and long and try to get the flank in.
Such a monster coming out from the B&B side, but Maluk finds a skull over the top of the arm rails. A 3v3 now. Rizu and Yates are doing so much work. Rezu taking down yet another player. It's to even things up and made more so into the favor of Bad News Bears now. Bomb's about to go down. 2 of their players are one shot. One well-placed nade can do absolutely all the work needed, but Bit and Barton, they don't have even a decoy to either of their names. And with the money as rough as it is, it's going to be questionable if they don't hit these shots. Barton finds Rizu just like that. Yaster, oh, he's watching through the smoke. He knows that Bit's there. Oh, he knows. He definitely knows.
Now, luckily for Barton, he does have a kit right next to him, but he actually just walks by it.
He doesn't need a kit. He closes things out just like that.
No, he definitely needs a kit.
Yeah,
but he
you're
gets
right.
the kills at least. But he literally walked right by it, Will. It was right there. He just had to press A for half a second, and he would have picked it up on his way towards that bomb site.
That I'm sure that if I heard team comms right there, it would be so frustrating. And let's just all agree we're not going to tell any of the Team 1 players that we just saw what we saw, because they would be tilted off the face of the earth for the next 3 days.
Nice pick.
Just like Mitch right there. Yeah, Barton absolutely decimated Mitch right at the start of the game. And still, these players are going to make their way onto the A site. Holding the long position. Rizu, Peter, Shinobi, and Yaster. Those are all the names.
Yeah.
Actually, Ye's working right now.
No, just kidding. But yeah, I think they definitely need this lurk from Ye. Otherwise, they won't really fully know whether Team 1 knows their positioning or not. And as long as there's this question mark towards the B tunnels and middle, their A hit is too paranoia, I'd imagine. 2 players towards Cat for Team 1. A good setup here. And Barton is towards the B site with the AWP. And as long as he's there, they don't really have to worry about the B site that much. If it comes down to an A retake, it might be slightly difficult.
It's all about isolating weaponry. IDK heard the shots coming out from Ye. I believe this push is coming through from the long position. Weapons out, guns out, buns out, and it's going to be all over. Ye is just picking up so many kills, though. The A side is free for the taking for the T side. Barton, he's not done yet. Neither is Ye. He's got a 4K. Can he go for the ace? No, he cannot. He's going to get absolutely picked out of the air. And Barton's, he's still kicking. But he might actually go for an ace himself. I would love to see that right now. Well, that reload's going to give away his position. Oh.
Wow, this is getting awkward by the second. Taking the headshot angle towards ramp. It's going to cause Barton to peek a little bit wider, straight into the hands of Shinobi. But it'll be Peter actually the one to close it off. So it is bad news. Bears, they in fact do break double digits here towards the first half. This is a very scary finish. But that being said, this map can be very T-sided sometimes, especially when the playstyles clash. But this is such a performance coming out from Bad News Bears. There's a potential for 11 rounds here. That would be an incredibly scary finish for Team 1. So they have to do their best to try to get to this final round at the very least. Barton off to a good start. Shuts down Ye, who's been aggressor for Bad News Bears so far.
He's been such a troublemaker. He's got 14 kills at the end of this half. Almost a kill a round, actually. Here comes the execute. Maluk's able to find yet another kill. Actually, that's his first kill. I forgot there was a double op setup. Silly me. There he is. He's got the second one. He's got the third one. He closes things out. The ops do all the work that round. Now Team 1, they've padded their scoreline just a little bit more. 5-10 is what it's going to be as we go into the second half of Dust 2.
You know what's crazy as well is that if you look at the scores, they're really not very different. Like, they're almost the same, but somehow Bad News Bears has double the rounds. If anything, Team 1 has more frags on their end and higher stats. I don't get that. I think it's probably the exit kills.
Huh.
Interesting one, huh?
My head hurts.
Yeah, it's a very interesting statistic when you put it that way, isn't it? But now it's...
I thought, no, if they were on the opposite sides on the last half, I can make sense of it. But for this, how? What?
Yeah, it's a little bit weird, but it doesn't really matter. Team 1 right now, they're on the aggression. They're going to attack quickly. Yacer gets caught off, being a little bit overzealous, a little bit overconfident. Mitch peeks out slightly too early and gives away his play. And Shinobi falls shortly after his brethren. And Barton try to pick up the pieces, but Peter with the P2000. Now, Rezu likely to be the only person that has a say in this round. He's tapping away, finds the first frag, but he's running out of ammo, and he gets overran by Bit on sight. Peter, last man alive. He does have a kit, so he can mount this retake, no problem. But he has to get by 3 angry Brazilians first, and he found the first, but not the second. And there it is.
Definitely a great start for the Team 1 side. I think they're trying to keep that momentum from how batty the last rival round was on the last half was.
Now, they pick up this round. Should be in their favorites up against USBs. I think Peter has a P2K and a flashbang as well. So nothing really stopping Team 1 from taking the win right here unless they go B one by one. Even if they walk fully into the stack, I still don't think they lose.
I've seen teams lose sillier rounds. It's up in the air. It's still a very live round.
Wait, I really like this from Bad News Bears. They went heavily towards the B site early. I don't think they smoked across either. So they gave away the info that they were all towards B, and then they walked off towards A in the mid round. That is very clever. I do like that.
It's gonna be so mean too. But IDK, he found out exactly what's going on. Peter and Rizu able to take him down. That's a free rifle down as well. And there you go. One tap.
Oh,
find out yay on the car.
Malou just almost double tagged him through the smoke and doors.
You're kidding me.
He was like 2 pixels away from the second one. I can't believe that. That is so crazy. Now it's going to be Team 1 looking for the long A control, but it doesn't seem like anyone is watching the flank. Actually, I think Malou's going to go ahead and pick that up. Barton now walking across the smoke. Rezu's behind that smoke with that single rifle. Peter falls on the flank, so they don't have to really worry about it anymore. Shinobi tries his luck with the USP and gets a free haircut. And it's all down to Rezu now. Comes through, but Bit is extremely ready for it. And it is Team 1 back on track to that round win that we talked about. So it is 10-7. Only a 3-round deficit so far, but Bad News Bears will be buying up right here. Now, third round purchases come at a cost, Will. And that if you do want to take this route, it means that 1, you'll likely have a glass cannon op if you decide to opt. 2, you don't really have much utility.
Yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword when they changed up the economy a few months ago, given that $1,900 bonus on the pistol round on a loss. So, like, you can invest in the third round, but you're not going to invest nearly as strong. You can wait another round, but it kind of goes and kind of fucks against the meta. But I could go into the game theory of all that at a different time. Right now, Bad News Bears are giving bad news upon Team 1, and oh, thank heaven, the scoreline is now 7-11.
Oh, did either of these teams get 7-1? I can't remember. No, they didn't, right? No, okay.
No, but we could just say Brazil, like
with 2 L's.
No. Oh, it's lowercase, 2 L's in a row, so but Brazil.
Close enough. I'll accept it.
That is a stretch. Don't encourage me.
I'm gonna call you Pizza Boy because you're doing all the stretches today.
Fair enough.
Regardless, Team 1, they don't have a lot of money. Luke has been removed from the server. And it's Peter just picking them apart with AWP in middle. Of course, you can always find an angle in mid with the AWP, but I think they're satisfied with that free kill, and they're going to go ahead and set up for the late round here, already falling back towards the sites, and that means they're just waiting for Team 1 to walk into them. They're no longer hunting for kills. Rezu is aggressively holding long A. I don't imagine it'll come into play because the bomb seems to be, and even the players are starting to head over towards that B site, but they're walking into Shinobi and Mitch towards the B site, both with AUGs. Actually, sorry, Mitch has the A1S. Okay. Still, though.
This is actually a similar position as to how they held around round 4, which unfortunately was not shown, if I recall. But even still, the X2's going to come through, and it's just going to be picked apart by Mitch. Mitch just cleaned up with the quickness. Shinobi, he helped. A little shake and bake.
Shinobi was the contact. Mitch just shot people from the side.
Yeah. No, it was the other way around. Mitch was on the sandbags. Shinobi was on the side. Speaking of Shinobi, he's having a quiet game. He's only at 4-14. But all of his teammates are nearing the 20 bomb mark. So it's okay for him to have a quiet game so his other teammates can be loud on the server.
Now, it seems like Rezu really prefers to play up close and personal towards long A, and he's very comfortable holding it by himself as well, which actually opens up many doors for Bad News Bears because they don't really have to worry about Rezu. I mean, if he's comfortable holding long A solo, let him. And he is holding that down. That's a big part of the map for the T side as well. Like, you have to at least apply some pressure at some point towards long A if you want to spread the defense thin for Bad News Bears. Right now, they're really strong towards cat and middle, which pretty much eliminates any cat splits, any mid splits as well. So Team 1, they really need to find the weakness here in the setup for Bad News Bears. Now, not to mention, Peter is on cat forward with the AWP, looking to find that pick.
Ooh! The lineup almost, the collide almost happened for Peter right there. That could have been absolutely incredible. But yeah, for the most part, this CT defense by the Bad News Bears on the cap position has been like an unstoppable, an immovable object. But what happens when an immovable object meets an unstoppable force? We're about to find out right now. The execute comes through with 37 seconds left on the clock. 4v4 Team 1 are pushing their way onto the A site with a quickness. Tons of fire and flames coming through. Where there's smoke, there's going to be fire. And that's going to be Maluk firing upon Shinobi, trading out the kill on the IDK. And the spray down and the trade down comes in quick succession. Last man alive is going to be Bit, tagging down Rizu from long. 17 seconds,
Whoa.
and that's going to be an 8th round for Team 1. Blink it and you will miss.
How did he even expect that angle from Mitch? That is madness from Bit. I would have never expected Mitch to just be sitting there of all places. That's the B anchor. You're not going to expect him to be up close CT already. You're going to expect him to be rotating cat, rotating spawn, maybe. But on that angle, that requires a big brain. Bit,
I mean,
you can always count on Bit to have a big brain.
I mean, he went to a major, kind of.
Kind of, sort of. He's the only only player in the major to never actually be at the major.
I'm sure that fact is incorrect, but I'll look into it. I know that he's the only one with a sticker. They'd only had one sticker and didn't show up. Wait, did Pith play? We'll get into that later.
Yeah, these are facts
Semantics.
that are long out of my realm of knowledge.
I've got an obsession. But anyway, that obsession will have to hold. It's round number 21. Team 1 clutching out that round like no one's business. Their money is still a little bit stretched, as you see Barton and Bit on Galil, on a Mac 10 and a Galil, respectively. Meanwhile, the money for Bad News Bears is pretty much in a dumpster. Ye's reduced to nothing more than a FAMAS. They have no money to their names whatsoever. Almost no one has a helmet. Little utility. It's rough going for the CT side.
Yeah, you know what else
So
I've also
Team1
noticed between these two teams, Will, is that they have such a different culture in their approach to how they want to proceed on the offense, right? We saw Bad News Bears applying lots of pressure early on the T side. Now Ye and Rezu are picking them apart, spread out, trying to make individual plays in individual space. Now the remainders of the Team 1 players are flooding out the upper B halls, but this is straight into a crossfire between Shinobi and Mitch, and that hasn't failed once yet. That crossfire setups, every single one, all variations of them have worked on the B site, and Team 1 are just leaking players one by one.
It's like a lambs to the slaughter. There's really no other way to go about it. It's
Now, if you remember, when Bad News was on the T side, they were applying lots of Maluk. Is he AFK?
I
Lagged
don't
out?
know. He definitely didn't react.
That's awkward.
Yeah, that's really a bummer. We've seen stuff like that in the past. But, you know, there's not really much you could do in this situation. 4v5 for Team 1. At the very least, he only had a Deagle invested. So it could have been a lot worse. And now Bit's gone. No, I'm sorry, Shinobi. What?
Wonder if they're from the same region. It's probably just all blacking out for all of them. Nice pop flash coming out right now. Mitch is mopping up. He's brought one. I mean, he's eliminated one. He brought another down to 22 HP, and Ye's coming in on the flank as well through lower. And this is just over right here and now.
Here's the thing, if they pushed out just a few seconds earlier, the Team 1 side could have had a phenomenal chance into this game because Shinobi was one of the big anchors on the B side along with Mitch. Shinobi disappeared from that round, so they had potential in order to open in, but unfortunately they hesitated a little bit too long. Peter and Ye came onto the site and just closed it out like expected. Now Team 1, they're reduced to nothing but Glocks in hands. And what is... Are they just playing for info? Very weird play coming out from these guys. Looks like they're playing for the overtime, though.
And they don't really have much of a choice. Only 2,000 in the bank. That's not much to work with. They force this one, then they'll have another pretty mediocre purchase in the final round. Now, if they can overwhelm Rezu right here, that's an AK-47. Rezu gets one overwhelmed. That's an AK-47. Now they have a high firepower weapon to work with. They can one-tap people. They just need to take their time, not let these Glocks die out too early. And you can see Bad News is just hunting for all these unarmored players. They know they're weak right now, and they're hunting for them. It's IDK the first to fall. Nice trade coming out by Barton, and now it's another AK to work with. bit just
It's
needs
a
to
lot
pick
of
up the
work
other
for
one.
that P250.
Yeah, dude, they have an AK. They could do so much with that if Bad News Bears is not careful enough. There's plenty of time left for Team One to just work the rifle.
And Bit's trying to find himself a weapon as well, but I don't think one's going to be recovered. So now it's all going to be on the shoulders of Barton. Coming from CT, they have to be expecting that shot from Peter. Ooh, but they simply are not. Both Ye and Peter with the AWPs in hand. They're just going to drop skulls like it's no one's business. Now Team One backs against the wall, looking at 7 match points in a row in order to force overtime. It is a tall order for anyone. It's especially tall for these Brazilian behemoths on Dust 2.
Now, I have to say, Bad News is playing the double ops really well.
I've yet to see a situation where double ops did not work super well into the CT's favor on really any map. Like, you see those come out, and they stay out, it's very, very hard in order to push back.
Does he have a lineup through a smoke to shoot plat? That is disgusting, TRK. You can't do that.
Well, he just did.
This man has a lineup to shoot from pit to sight, Will. That is incredible. I don't think I've ever seen anyone have that lined up.
These Brazilians, man, they are a scary, scary bunch, and I'm all the more excited to be a witness to their play.
Xbox smoke. This is going to shroud a lot of what Team One is up to. I like the counter smoke coming out right now towards Cat. Rezu's right behind it. Team One might think this is just to slow them down, but Rezu's actually here. Rezu's only able to find one. He gets eliminated, and with that kill, that's a lot of space gained towards middle and short A as well. But look how split Bad News Bears is right now. But Team One haven't been able to abuse the mid to Bs at all. And Peter spots a tiny little bit of a bald man's head, and he eliminates him. TRK able to answer back, but Peter's out in the open. Finds one, finds a second quickly before he's eliminated. Not only that, Will, the bomb has dropped on spawn. 20 seconds left.
I have nothing positive to say. Maluk is like a lamb to the slaughter. And Bad News Bears definitely put these boys to bed. 16-8 on Dust 2.
You were waiting so long to use that, weren't you?
I didn't even say it! No, I said it. I meant to say B&B put them to bed. Yeah, it doesn't matter. The moment's passed.
But yeah, I mean, what was looking like a equal frag half for both of these teams. Remember when we were talking about that at halftime? It spiraled out of control. I mean, Bad News Bears really stepped it up. Yay, Peter with the op and the secondary op did work. They decimated the offense for Team One. They gave him really no chance to get anything going. Plus the lack of variation, I would say mid control or mid pressure from Team One kind of allowed Bad News Bears to stay strong towards extremities. They just played sights. They didn't really do anything fancy. We didn't see any upper B aggression. We didn't really see much long A aggression. It was just really just Rezu holding down the doors. That's not really aggression. That's just holding the doors. And Bad News Bears get it done on the CT side.
Yeah, and it was practically clinical all the way through, especially those CT holds when rifles came out on the B site. Shinobi and Mitch, that is a shake and bake that can put Ricky Bobby to shame. References. It was really the tale of two teams, and that sounds scatological and platitudinous, but that's really what it was. Two completely different play styles. Mixing like oil and water, and when things got hot, it just burst into flames, and it was Bad News Bears that came out on top.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations to them. I think with that win, they have officially solidified themselves in playoffs. Again, we will have the official standings for you guys released in about 4 days remaining for the matches to be played out, or makeup matches, I should say. But besides that, I think that's all we have for you guys tonight. If you've missed the action, we do have replays coming up for you. Besides that, if you haven't done so already, guys, please do follow our socials. That is Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, as well as Will's and my @ for on Twitter down here below. We would love your support. Also, if you haven't done so already, check out the Winda.gg website. There's always fresh content being pumped out and for many different games, as well as Counter-Strike Global Offensive, game that we all love, of course. But that is it for us, guys. We'll see you soon. We'll keep you updated on what matches we will be covering on the broadcast. That's why you should follow our Twitter. But besides that, we are out of here.
Take care, y'all. Get home safe.